since you mentioned that, let's go into something a little more specific, something more normal, salaried individuals. Basically, all of us workings. So, I would like to know, what is the impact on the salaried individual over here? And post that, we'll go into MSMEs and startups, which is what the subject of our discussion today. So let's start with
Yes, sure.
individual.
Yes, Rana. So if you see what is the benefit given to the individuals. So as you see, this is a budget towards the focusing on the corporates and building the nation. But but still, they have announced a few benefits to the individuals as well. So though they were not that much important, but still they were important with respect to the people who are, individuals who are having salaries. Like for example, if you take, they have increased the affordable housing scheme by 1 year. So what is the benefit that individuals are going to get? Like individuals who are invested in the affordable housing scheme, they are like affordable housing scheme, which says that if you are investing in a house as per the parameters set by the government, and the budget of the house is not exceeding 45 lakhs, you are going to get additional benefit of 1.5 lakh as a deductions. So what is this 1.5 lakhs of additional deduction? This is already there. This is already there in the last budget also. But they are going to extend this by 1 more year. So that is a one benefit that salaried persons are going to get. And second thing is with respect to, I can say, senior citizens. I don't know why Sitharaman has mentioned that like since we are having the 75th Independence Day, I'm going to give the benefit only to the senior citizens who are having 75 years and more. I think ideally she should have mentioned all the senior citizens. But anyway, since because we are having a 75th of Independence Day coming in the August, so she announced that all the senior citizens who are having 75 and above, they are going to have some kind of benefit, like exemption from the filing of IT returns. Now, who are these people who can opt this benefit? They are listed only two types of income. Senior citizens who are having 75 years and above and having these two types of income can no need to file the income tax return on all. So what is the two types of income? One, a person with the pensions, like all the retired persons who are getting the family pension, so they are exempted. And second kind of income exemption which they got is interest from the saving banks or from the FDs. So if you have these two types of income, and also you are a senior citizen and not just a senior citizen who are having 75 years and above, so these people only can get this exemption of not filing the IT return. So okay, so though it's a small thing, but yes, it's a good thing only. And the third thing which we can mention is that pre-filled ITR. So I think this is the most important thing for the people who are going to file the IT return by themselves. Now, what is happening? Like when as an individual, when I want to file the IT return, I have to download the IT return in the pre-filled format, which contains my general information like my address, my name, my PAN, my Aadhaar, all those things. But all the income details, I have to fill in. I have to arrive at the tax amount. I have to pay it. So many people who are not well versed with all this kind of filling of numbers, they used to go for the help of the expert by paying some money to them. Now, what has happened by this pre-filled option? The government is providing all like three types of data which is coming in the pre-filled manner. One is that capital gains. So this, yes. So coming to the capital gains, yes, capital gains is like one tedious topic where many individuals won't understand. They don't know how to show their capital gains. So obviously they come to the expert and they take the help and how to reduce the taxes and all, they will do it. But now the pre-filled Excel will come with the pre-filled data of capital gains. Like whenever you are trading any stock which is listed in the National Stock Exchange, so you will be having a demat account which is already having the PAN connected. So they are going to fetch the data from that stock brokers and you go and fill in the pre-filled XML. So this is one kind of benefit where the numbers will be pre-filled and we need not go and enter all the numbers. We need not get confused ourselves as an individual saying, oh, where I have to enter the long term, where I have to enter the short term, where I have to enter the mutual funds. So all this confusion will be going on henceforth. So it will be coming in the pre-filled format. What is the third benefit that budget has given to the individuals? So it is with respect to the advance tax on the dividend income. So government is saying there is no need to pay any advance tax on the dividend income. So what is this advance tax? So to simply say that if any individual, let's say in the coming year, if he is expecting he is going to have a tax liability, the estimated tax liability is more than 10,000, they have to pay some advance tax every quarter in an installment basis. And they have to pay in such a manner that by end of the financial year, they have to pay the full tax. Otherwise, there will be interest. So what this advance tax have the impact on the dividend income? Let's say I'm having some shares in some company which is listed on the stock exchange, which I invested. So I'm going to get a dividend, but I don't know when I'm going to receive it. So I don't know which quarter I'm going to receive or which month I'm going to receive it. I just say that it is an income for me. Now, what government is saying that just because I have a dividend income and some taxes coming on that, government is also asking me to pay the advance tax, which as an individual, I do not know when I can receive, how much money I can receive it. So that is a major problem in case of dividend, which has been declared by the companies. Now, what government has done in this budget is that they are saying, don't pay advance tax on the dividends. I mean, like for the full year. Whenever you are going to receive it, or whenever the company said it has been declared, only at that point of time you see what is the income of dividend and pay the advance tax. I think these are very good benefit that the government has given. Because without this, what happens is that I don't know when I have to pay the advance tax and how much I have to pay the tax. So because of this, what is happening? I end up paying no tax in the end of the financial year, and thereby there is an additional interest which I have to pay. Now, because of this benefit which the government is mentioning, I know in which month or which quarter my dividend is going to come, and I also know how much it will be. So obviously I can compare it. If that income or tax is higher than more than 10,000, I'll be obviously depositing the advance tax. So this is like government has given a very good benefit to the individuals who are having good amount of dividend income, and they need not pay any advance tax on the dividend income unless the dividend is declared by the company. So these are third benefit which we can take for the individuals. Now, what is the fourth benefit that we can take is, yes, obviously, I think last time if you see the budget, they have made a significant change in the tax audit limit and all. So earlier, any business or entity, sole proprietor, anything, who are having business income more than 1 crore or gross receipts more than 1 crore, they have to get their books of accounts audited by a chartered accountant. So this is like, this I think all the business, I mean, as and when the country is growing, as when the business are growing, this 1 crore limit is like a small limit now. So maybe 5 or 6 years back, 1 crore limit is a bigger limit, but now the 1 crore limit is a smaller limit. So what government has done is, okay, so they have given some kind of benefit saying that, okay, if you are having 95% of the transactions are in digital form, okay, no need to pay, you will not be coming in the tax audit limit of 1 crore. Your limit will be increased to 5 crores. So they have given a band of 1 to 5 crores. So what have they done in the current budget is they still further increased to 10 crores. I think these are most beneficial for the smaller companies, or I can say the MSMEs. So they need not get the tax audit done if they have the transactions. I mean, the transactions are in digital form, and 95% of the transactions are in digital form. This is one of the most important benefit which I can say. I mean, that the government has given in the current budget. So already they have given to 5 crores, which is almost a good thing. But again, they increase it to 5 to 10 crores. So any company or any individual who are having a business, and almost all the transactions are in digital form, like 95% of the transactions are in digital form, then they can opt this benefit saying up to 10 crores, there won't be any tax out applicable for them. And so these are the 5 points which we can summarize, Renoy. Like one, I'll just summarize by in 1 or 2 minutes. Like first thing is a tax audit limit, which has been increased to 1 to 5 crores in the last budget. But again, it has further been increased to 10 crores. The second thing which I can say is that for the individual senior citizens. So senior citizens who are having 75 years and above, they need not file the income tax return if they have these 2 types of income. One is that interest from the postal savings or FDs. And second thing, they are having the pension incomes. So these are second thing. And the third thing is a pre-filled XML. So pre-filled XML, government is providing the pre-filled data with respect to the capital gains, with respect to the interest FD. So all this is one of the benefit for the individual IT return filers. And the fourth one is the there's no advance tax on the dividend, which is until it is declared. So only when the dividend is declared, only then they have to pay the advance tax. Until then, it is not required. And the fifth point, which is the affordable housing scheme. So earlier, the affordable housing scheme was only applicable for 1920. They extended by 1 more year. So these are the 5 benefits which we can take from the current budget.